everything you want out of life is on the other side of discipline. I have realized, well, we hear it all the time. We hear it a million times. People will tell you that discipline is at the core of change and you have to be consistent to get what you want out of life. And I'm here to tell you they are 100% right. And it's hard because in the beginning, you're having to give it your all without truly knowing where it's going to take you, exactly where it's going to take you. You have to lean into faith and you have to really have this sense of like confidence that everything is going to work out in your favor. And you have to literally lean into that. There's not going to be the only evidence that's going to solidify this idea is your efforts. Like for me, that was just what my mindset the whole time was like, there's no way I can lose with the way I'm moving. With the stuff I'm doing, there's no way I can lose. With everything I'm doing, there's no way I can lose. To where even when I'm like, I don't know how it's going to happen, I knew it was going to happen. There are people getting more doing less. Ain't no way I can lose. There's no way I can lose. You know what I mean? And so you have to develop that mindset. You have to lean into yourself. You have to be self-reliant. You have to bet on yourself. Because when you bet on yourself, the rewards that come with betting on yourself is unmatched. It's unmatched. It's unprecedented rewards that come with betting on yourself. Okay? And in order to see things through, you must be consistent. You must be disciplined. You must stay true to it. There are going to be months, not days, months where you're like, I don't know where this is going to take me. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go. I'm just going to trust that I'm going to go somewhere good. I'm going to go somewhere amazing. This is going to take me somewhere great in life. And you have to truly like lean into that and truly like believe that that's what's going to happen. Because at the end of the day, your thoughts create your reality. What you believe is what you see. Life is all a perception. Life is all of a perception. Everything you experience in life is based off of your belief system. You know what I mean? So you just have to truly believe in yourself that you can accomplish great things and just see it through. And it's hard. But I think for me, the thing that made me like really go all in was I was like, you know what? I played the foolish rat race before. I played the safe game before. I played all these other games before. Where did it lead me? Nowhere. It led me nowhere, or it led me to average destinations. I said, I want to go big. And I had to sit there and tell myself, I'm like, if you want to go big, you have to bet on yourself. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You have to show up for yourself. Every single day, you got to show up for yourself. Every single day. Every single day, you got to show up. Got to do what you're supposed to do. And yeah, there are going to be days where you might not be able to go as hard. That is okay. But show up every day. Show up every day. You guys, be consistent, man. And all it takes is one time. And that's the beauty of it all. All it takes is for you to be consistent and disciplined one time. One time. And that is going to change the game for your life. That's all it takes. And that's the craziest thing about it. All it takes is one time. Lock in. Be consistent. Focus on yourself. Do what you're supposed to do in just all aspects of your life. Water all your plants. You know what I mean? How does your garden look? How does your garden look? Are you watering your plants of life? Are you doing the things that you're supposed to do? One time you got to do that. Go through one season, one period of your life, really locking in and showing up for yourself. And that's all. And that will change all you need to do. And one time, you guys, one time, do the right thing, live life the right way, one time. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. The issue is we live in a world surrounded by negativity. We live in a world controlled by evilness, negativity, bad vibes, you know what I mean, where people aren't really showing up for themselves. And, you know, we live in a misery loves company world where people don't want to be the only ones struggling. People don't want to be the only ones, you know what I mean, not doing what they're supposed to do. And it's so easy to fall into those traps because, again, misery loves company. People don't like to be the only ones. Simply put, think about it. And on a surface level, I mean, this is a normal reaction, but it validates this point. Let's say you take an exam, right? You bombed the exam. You did terrible. You're like, fuck, I did bad on this exam. You ask around the classroom and you find out everybody else did bad. Aren't you going to feel better? Aren't you going to feel better because, well, I'm not the only one, right? It's a natural, we as humans have a natural need to want to feel included and to want to feel, we have a sense of belonging that we yearn, what's the word? We have a sense of belonging that we strive for. Everybody wants to feel like they belong. Even for better or for worse. Everybody wants to feel like they belong. The thing about life is there's two sides to everything. It's always going to be for better or for worse. Every concept of life will always be for better or for worse. And so you got to just find yourself on the right side of that fence. You got to make sure that you're continuously showing up for yourself. You got to tune out what everybody else is doing. You got to cut some people off. I'm telling you, you have to cut some people off and spend some time alone. Really discovering who you are, really figuring out who you are in order for you to build the life that you want. And all it takes is one time. You just got to do it once. All you got to do is once. One time. And that's going to change your life. Because once you experience the fruits of your labor that one time, once you start experiencing the fruits of your labor and really seeing the results of your efforts, and once you start really living in your blessings that you have strived and been disciplined for and worked hard for, and once you start living in this elevated state of life, you're not going to want to go back. You're not even going to think about going back. You're not even going to think about, you know what I mean, trying to live the life you used to live. You're not even going to think about doing any of that. Like literally, you're not even going to think about that. Like your mind isn't even going to be in that type of realm. Like none of that stuff is even going to be appealing. Like it's going to change the game. You experience life at its fullest one time. That's all it takes. One time. You just got to see it through one time. I don't know nobody that really did all this shit, locked in for real, showed up for themselves, was disciplined, was consistent, saw all the fruits of their labor, and then went back, like truly, not just in one aspect of their life, but holistically showed up and bettered their lives. Health-wise, fitness, career-wise, hobby-wise, social skills, like truly showed up in multiple different avenues and decided at the end of that, I'm going to go back to that type of crappy living. I don't know nobody. All it takes is one time, y'all. Do it one time. Do it one time. And you'll find yourself on the other side telling people, hey, it's better over here. It is better over here. You don't have to be the one on the other side hearing people say that and being like, but but it's hard. No, you're going to be on that other side telling people on this side right here, it's better. It's better right here. Stay consistent, show up for yourself, do what you're supposed to do, you guys. I believe in everyone. I think we are all capable of great things. And, don't let your dark or hard times last, and don't let it define you at all. Use it as tools and stepping stones to build yourself up. All right, guys, have a nice day and take care.